Hello, and welcome to this episode of The Theory of Why. On today's show, we're going to talk a little bit about volunteers and how to recruit them. Now, the reason I'm talking about volunteering today is because earlier this morning, I was in kind of a discovery strategy session with a nonprofit out of St. Louis. And one of the conversations came up that was, how do we get more volunteers? How do we make volunteering engaging again and make it something that people want to do? You know, we're in a good spot with donations. Of course, you always want more, but we need to grow our volunteer base. And so I kind of started to think about 3 different ways that you could instill a little bit of excitement and energy back into your volunteer program. So number 1 is to diversify the amount of opportunities available for volunteering. Now, this organization really only had one way for individuals to donate their time. They were supposed to show up at this kiosk and do one thing over and over again. Some organizations only have one way to volunteer. It might be Meals on Wheels, it might be cleaning up trash, whatever it is. But if you only have that one way, you're ultimately kind of tapped with those individuals, and you're tapped with the amount of individuals that can come in if you don't have enough time or opportunities to give them. And so look at different ways that you could maybe get your name out in public and volunteer in a different way. Even if it doesn't directly correlate with your mission per se or your specific cause, look for other ways to create engagement where people could wear your shirt, wear your t-shirt or whatever it is, and engage with the community. It's a great opportunity to attract more individuals and get your name tied in with a good cause. The second thing is to make it shareable. One of my favorite things to say is that peer-to-peer recruitment, peer-to-peer advocacy is everything, especially given the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. And so if you can make it where your top volunteers are actively recruiting other individuals to your cause and to your time, that's ultimately where you're going to see a lot of success. But they're not going to do that on their own. You might have a couple of individuals who go out of their way and recruit some individuals, but you need to ask them, you need to give them the shareable content, the t-shirts, the stickers, whatever it is that makes them go out and bring in new individuals. So make sure that you're in tune with what your top volunteers need and that you're giving them things to recruit other individuals. The third thing is to make it fun again. I swear, this is one of my pet peeves. Volunteering should be something that I'm excited about doing. I'm giving back to my community. I am an individual donor, I'm an individual volunteer, and I'm spending time with your organization to better my community, to better the individuals around me. But too often, we act as if, hey, just come and volunteer, give us 2 hours of your time, and that's all we need, right? I want you to make it seem like this is the coolest thing these individuals could do on their Saturday morning, on their Friday night, on their Wednesday lunch hour. Make it something that they feel like they're a part of something more. Give them the t-shirt, give them the hashtag, the Facebook profile frame, whatever it is that you want to do, give them a name. Instead of just saying, hey, calling all volunteers, give them a team name, a group name, an advocate name for their volunteer as a whole. This is something that will create a little bit of excitement and palpable buzz that leads back to number 2, I'm going to recruit more individuals, and it leads back to number 1, I'm going to go out and volunteer in more ways than just one. All of these work together, and they're not that difficult to get started. So for today's episode, your challenge is to install something new, something fun, something spicy, if you will, into your volunteer recruiting program that makes it more engaging and makes it more creative for not only your organization, but for the community and for your volunteers as a whole. That'll do it for today's show. Have a great night.